If you heal the leg of a person, do not be surprised if they use it to run away. The axe forgets, but the tree remembers. There is no passion to be found playing small in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. He who refuses to obey cannot command. People grow through experience if they meet life honestly and courageously. This is how the character is built. Life is not about how fast you run or how high you climb, but how well you bounce. Earth has no balm that can cure the loneliness of the human spirit. The greatest chapters in history always begin with risk, and the same is true with the chapters of your life. Do not look where you feel. Look where you slipped. Knowledge is a garden. If it isn't cultivated, you can't harvest it. Do not call a dog with a whip in your hand. Once you carry your own water, you'll remember every draw. What we think determines what happens to us, so if we want to change our lives, we need to stretch our minds. A feeble effort will not fulfill the self. Though age stereotyping is usually cruel, the old are forgetful, sad, weak, cranky, unattractive, boring. It can sometimes be kind. The old are wise, or even directed at the young millennials, are snowflakes. Tomorrow belongs to people who prepare for it today. When you marry a monkey for his wealth, the money goes back. The monkey remains. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. Live life to the fullest and focus on the positive. Each of us experiences defeats in life. We can transform defeat into victory if we learn from life's whoopings. The eye never forgets what the heart has seen. We never have more than we can bear. The present hour we are always able to endure. What you do and say lives on in the hearts and minds of others to some degree, with a definite result or consequence. To be wise, we must seek Jesus, for we will not find wisdom apart from him. All life is an experiment. The more experiments you make, the better. A bird that flies off the earth and lands on an anthill is still on the ground. The secret of success is learning how to use pain and pleasure instead of having pain and pleasure use you. If you do that, you're in control of your life. If you don't, life controls you. Examine what is said, not who is speaking. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Only a fool tests the depth of a river with no feet. Today is the life, the only life you are sure of. Make the most of today. Get interested in something. Shake yourself awake. Develop a hobby. Let the winds of enthusiasm sweep through you. Live today with gusto. Don't take life too seriously. You'll never get out of it alive. If a woman doesn't love you, she calls you brother. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. that only creates sorrow. Let reality be the reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. Having a good discussion is like having riches. Each life is made up of mistakes and learning, waiting and growing, practicing patience and being persistent. Don't think there are no crocodiles just because the water is calm. That is ever the difference between the wise and the unwise. The latter wonders at what is unusual. The wise man wonders at the usual. He who digs a grave for his enemy might as well be digging one for himself. Even the lion protects himself against flies. The ultimate value of life depends upon awareness and the power of contemplation rather than upon mere survival. When an old man dies, a library is burned with him. Which way you choose to see your life in the future depends on your attitude today. If anyone makes you laugh, it is not always because they love you. No shortcuts exist to the top of a palm tree. The legacy you leave is the life you lead. We lead our lives daily, and we leave a legacy daily. Not some grand plan, what we do each and every day. All the little decisions, because we never know what impact things will have or when you might have an impact. Love doesn't rely on physical features. When two elephants fight, it is the grass that gets hurt. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. To try and to fail is not laziness. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. If you want to know the end, look at the beginning. He who loves, loves you with your dirt. To love someone who doesn't love you is like shaking a tree to make the dew drops fall. When one is in love, a cliff becomes a meadow. Love is a painkiller. The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Rain does not fall on one roof alone. Our greatest happiness does not depend on the condition of life in which chance has placed us, but is always the result of a good conscience, good health, occupation, and freedom in all just pursuits. The earth is a beehive. We all enter by the same door. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. We have always held to the hope, the belief, the conviction that there is a better life, a better world, beyond the horizon. Seeing is different than being told. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. Life often teaches us through our wrong turns and missed possibilities. The call of lovers is the renewal of love. We tend to think of great thinkers and innovators as soloists, but the truth is that the greatest innovative thinking doesn't occur in a vacuum. Innovation results from collaboration. One who loves the vase loves also what is inside. Let your love be like the misty rain, coming softly but flooding the river. If you think you're too small to make a difference, try spending the night with a mosquito. Truth should be in love and love in truth. It is the province of knowledge to speak, and it is the privilege of wisdom to listen. No medicine exists that can cure hatred. Communication is a skill that you can learn. It's like riding a bicycle or typing. If you're willing to work at it, you can rapidly improve the quality of every part of your life. It is better to be loved than to be feared. However long the night, the dawn will break. Once you say you're going to settle for second, that's what happens to you in life. Love for something makes a man blind and deaf. A very wise woman, Eleanor Roosevelt, famously once said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." Truly dwell on the wisdom of that philosophical statement for a moment. One who marries for love alone will have bad days, but good nights. Do not treat your loved one like a swinging door. You are fond of it, but you push it back and forth. Love doesn't listen to rumors. You've heard that it's wise to learn from experience, but it is wiser to learn from the experience of others. Restless feet might walk you into a snake pit. A word from the wise, from those who have had experience in life, is far more valuable than many realize. If we are wise, we will take it and make use of it, thus saving ourselves much time and grief. If love is a sickness, patience is the remedy. Love is a despot who spares no one. The quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to their commitment to excellence, regardless of their chosen field of endeavor. The wise person feels the pain of one arrow. The unwise feels the pain of two. Life takes on meaning when you become motivated, set goals and charge after them in an unstoppable manner. However far a stream flows, it doesn't forget its origin. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Meditation is about viewing the world with great clarity so you can make wise decisions. It will help you make the appropriate action with regard to things that you have to change. One falsehood spoils 1,000 truths. Remember your dreams and fight for them. You must know what you want from life. There is just one thing that makes your dream become impossible: the fear of failure. A roaring lion kills no game. But what I've discovered over time is that some of the wisest people I know have also been some of the most broken people. Don't try to make someone hate the person he loves, for he will go on loving, but he will hate you. Thus, a wise individual is the one who learns to see the positive even in unfavorable events and unanticipated behavior of people. A wise man can learn more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer. God gave us the gift of life. It is up to us to give ourselves the gift of living well. When life is too easy for us, we must beware, or we may not be ready to meet the blows which sooner or later come to everyone, rich or poor. The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. The fears are paper tigers. You can do anything you decide to do. You can act to change and control your life, and the process is its own reward. Life often teaches us through our wrong turns and missed possibilities. My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. Literature adds to reality. It does not simply describe it. It enriches the necessary competencies that daily life requires and provides. And in this respect, it irrigates the deserts that our lives have already become. The simple things are also the most extraordinary things, and only the wise can see them. Big picture thinkers are comfortable with ambiguity. They don't try to force every observation or piece of data into pre-formulated mental cubby holes. A significant part of showing respect is simply listening. We offer our presence and open ears, listening to the hidden hurts and heartaches, the deepest dreams and desires of one another. Our prime purpose in this life is to help others, and if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. There are three constants in life: change, choice, and principles. Every generation imagines itself to be more intelligent than the one that went before it, and wiser than the one that comes after it. Even as the archer loves the arrow that flies, so too he loves the bow that remains constant in his hands. Love, like rain, does not choose the grass on which it falls. The hardnesses of our experiences, which seem to us to be more than we can possibly endure, make the very school of life for us in which we learn our best lessons and grow into whatever beauty and Christ-likeness of character we attain. Don't be so in love that you can't tell when it's raining. It is far better to give work that is above a person than to educate the person to be above their work. You know who you love, but you can't know who loves you. By the way, you want to live your life in such a way that the friends you turn to know that you would do the same for them if the situation were reversed. If the full moon loves you, why worry about the stars? When a woman has not had sex for a long time, she turns into a powerhouse of untapped potential, ready to conquer the world with her reward energy and focus. If money were to be found up in the trees, most people would be married to monkeys. Singleness of purpose is one of the chief essentials for success in life, no matter what may be one's aim. Anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. The greatest thing in life is to keep your mind young. Self-improvement and success go hand in hand. Taking the steps to make yourself a better and more well-rounded individual will prove to be a wise decision. All monkeys cannot hang from the same branch. People who are generous are constantly giving things away: courage, money, introductions, whatever is needed. Look around today and see what you have in abundance that others might be lacking. Where there is love, there is no darkness. No person is born great. Great people become great when others are sleeping. Don't set sail on someone else's star. Too often, we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring, all of which have the potential to turn a life around. One who plants grapes by the roadside and one who marries a pretty woman share the same problem. A happy man marries the girl he loves. A happier man loves the girl he married. No matter how beautiful and well-crafted a coffin might look, it will not make anyone wish for death. Wood already touched by fire is not hard to set alight. Confiding a secret to an unworthy person is like carrying grain in a bag with a hole.